saying.
It's okay, ma'am.
Is give peace a chance.
You guys.
This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by freedombookclub.com.
Do you mind if I smoke this bowl of weed? And I would really appreciate an answer.
A very interesting incident happened in Keene, New Hampshire today, from whence we do the show. One of our co-hosts, Derrick J., was arrested for smoking the Mary Jane, and apparently our normal first chair co-host, Ian Freeman. We're on the 36th day of the Ian Freeman incarceration count-up. Is a roommate with him or something, Ian? Yeah.
Well, not quite, but I am here in the R block, which I'm not sure if that stands for receiving or what it stands for, but it's the block where if you get brought into the jail and you're a male individual, you will be brought into this block. There are approximately 12 rooms on the bottom floor that are single-person rooms, so they put somebody in one of those rooms for observational purposes for 24 to 72 hours. So right now, Derrick is essentially on 23-hour lockdown.
But you could talk to him through the door, kind of thing?
It's not easy to do. He has to raise his voice pretty high, but yeah, it is technically possible, even though you're not supposed to. One of the guards was willing to allow me to give him one of my books.
Anyway, Kokesh was there on site, and I want him to relay the story.
Well,
yeah, please do.
Well, first I have to apologize to the audience and correct myself that I said Derrick would be here with us next Tuesday, and because he's on probation or out on bail for his prior charge of dancing in public or whatever it is they turned that into for a charge, he might not be available as a co-host next Tuesday.
I don't think it's your responsibility.
All we are saying is give peace a chance.
He didn't get the chance to actually smoke. It was a possession charge, and as soon as he had his pipe out, it was pulled from his hands, and he was put, without being told what was happening to him, under the custody of a different officer, while the officer who had taken the pipe out of his hands went back to allegedly test it at the vehicle, and so they could claim, it came back positive test for marijuana right there. I mean, they were ready for this. There were 5 police officers at least in the immediate vicinity.
So they took the pipe without any real evidence that there was marijuana in it.
I'm really curious as to this.
He was sitting there
ready to smoke it. Maybe the probable cause is that it looks like marijuana. He is going to do what one does with marijuana. I mean, I don't know.
420.
It is 420? Okay.
So the cops have the right to just go up and grab property out of people's hands on suspicion for testing purposes.
I'd like to see that testing process. Does he put a little pinch between his cheek and gums and see if it tastes like pot?
Wayne, that brings me to what I was really thinking when I was watching this. So the cop grabs the stuff out of his hand.
Wait, watching what? Is it video up at Free Keene?
Yeah, the video is up at cdevolutionfund.org. I don't know.
cdevolutionfund.org or cdevolution.org?
cdevolution.org, excuse me.
Yes.
cdevolution.org.
Okay.
cdevolution.org. And there was the lady, a female officer, was put in charge of watching Derrick after the officer had confiscated the stuff out of his hands. Now, I don't know if the confiscation was lawful. I frankly don't know. I mean, it seems to me that this officer just took this guy's property.
Yeah, he grabbed it.
But I don't know. But I was just thinking about this officer. I'm like, really, lady? You've never smoked pot?
No, I didn't. I went to law enforcement. I majored in law enforcement. We couldn't smoke pot.
Well, please. And it's so sanctimonious. It's so hypocritical what these cops do. They're taking this guy to jail. They're robbing him of his freedom. They're macing people in the face. And they've done it all themselves.
They didn't get caught, Mark.
Well, even in some cases they have been caught, and it still doesn't matter. As long as you're willing to slap the cuffs on somebody hypocritically for doing what you've done in the past, it's okay. We'll hire you at about $50,000 a year plus huge bennies. You'll retire at 20 years out, and then you can go get another government job so you can get a second pension. We'll take good care of you as long as you'll do what we tell you to.
And there's plenty of footage of Jason Talley, of course, arguing with the officers there and other free staters. Really,
he wasn't arguing very vociferously. This seemed like a very calm event where everybody was, singing. All we were saying is "give peace a chance." I didn't think that. I felt like this was some of the best civil disobedience activism I've seen up to this point.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful, and the way Derrick handled himself, the way Derrick was sitting there talking to the officer before the incident happened, before he got his pipe out, before he decided to be open about it, he was sitting there talking to the officer about the issue. He was asking him politely, "Sir, personally, do you mind if I smoke?" As someone sitting next to you.
So polite.
And
no one is more polite than Derrick.
Derrick took this to the level of high-performance art. I mean, not only is he the best-dressed activist in Keene, but the dapper gentleman really executed this one in a way that was almost dancing with the officers. As I was filming this, I was thinking if I wanted to stage a music video around the arrest of marijuana possession for civil disobedience, I could not have done better than this.
Does Oprah Winfrey's book club make you spew gnarly chunks? Wouldn't it be cool to have a pro-freedom book on the bestseller lists? FreedomBookClub.com invites you to participate in choosing the book of the month. Visit their website, choose from 4 finalists, then purchase their book of the month. FreedomBookClub.com. Making freedom a bestseller.